Ever had a lead that looked like a winner, but it turned out to be a complete time waster? I've seen it more times than I can count. A broker that gets excited because someone's filled a form in or they slid into their DMs asking about a mortgage. It feels like a win. Finally, a potential client, but after a few back and forths, you realize they are not ready. They're not serious. They're not even in the market at all. This used to really frustrate me, both as a broker back in the day and now as a coach. You do all the work to create lead flow, but what's the point if it's all the wrong kind of leads? If you don't get clear on what a good quality mortgage lead actually looks like, you'll spend more time chasing shadows than building a sustainable business. You'll burn out replying to every "can I get a mortgage with a £5 deposit" message instead of serving your ideal client. And worse still, if you start doubting yourself, you'll think it's your sales process or your pricing or even your ability, but more often than not, it's just that the wrong people are turning up. So here's what I've learned over the years working with hundreds of brokers and how you can start attracting the right kind of leads you actually want to work with. So the first thing is good leads have intent, not just interest. There's a massive difference between someone being interested in maybe getting a mortgage someday and someone actively looking to take action. Great leads have intent. They're looking to buy or remortgage within a time frame. They're motivated. You're not trying to convince them to move. You're helping them get there faster. The second thing is they know roughly where they stand financially. Good quality leads usually have some awareness of their financial position. I'm not saying they need to know their exact credit score, but they've done a bit of thinking and they understand borrowing isn't a right, it's something you qualify for, and they come prepared, even if it's just mentally, and they don't expect you to work miracles. Number three is they fit in your niche or at least within your zone of genius. You can't help everyone and you shouldn't try to either. First-time buyer lead might be good in theory, but if your real strengths are in complex buy-to-lets or self-employed cases, they're not actually a great lead for you. The brokers who are winning are the ones who know who they're for and, more importantly, who they're not for. The fourth one is they've engaged with you before reaching out. The best leads I've ever seen for myself and for my clients are the ones who already know you before they say hello. They've watched your videos, they've read your posts, they've seen your client stories, they trust you. And because of that, they're more open to you, they're more responsive, and they're more likely to say yes. The fifth one is they respect your time and your process. This is underrated but crucial. A good lead turns up to the meeting they booked. They reply when you ask for documents. They don't need chasing constantly, and they respect it is a two-way street. It makes you shop better for them too. So when you start filtering and focusing your efforts on these type of leads, everything shifts. You spend less time convincing and more time converting. Less admin, more alignment. So what can you do to help this? Well, first of all, start by qualifying leads earlier with better questions. Also, build more content that speaks directly to your niche. You want to create a journey that encourages engagement before inquiries. You don't want to be afraid to say no to the wrong leads because it's also how you make space for the right ones. In business, growth doesn't come from saying yes to everything. It comes from knowing what you should say yes to. If you want better results, start by attracting better opportunities. That means knowing what good looks like. If you want to learn more about how you can generate leads, check out this keynote I did all about building an authority formula and generating free leads online as a mortgage broker. Go on, give it a click.